What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Gamers Waystation, the podcast where we break down the biggest stories in gaming, technology, movies, television, and everything geek culture. Whether you're grinding a ranked match, building your next gaming PC, or shuffling up a deck of Magic cards, or maybe even Pokemon, or just looking for your next favorite show, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Squid.
And I'm your other host, Al.
And we've got a packed episode today. We'll cover this week's biggest gaming headlines, some of them coming up releases, tech news, movies, TV updates, and finish with some of the game of the week stuff and hot takes. Grab your controller, shuffle up your deck, get ready your keyboard, get an energy drink, and let's jump right in. So, how you been this week?
Good. Except I heard Sam Raimi died.
Sam Neill died.
Oh, Sam Neill. Oh, my bad.
Sam Neill died, yeah. Not Sam Raimi. Who's Sam Raimi?
I don't know. He's some Hollywood dude.
Now I gotta look up.
I think he's a director.
Oh, God. No, so, yeah, sadly, Sam Neill did pass away. One of biggest actors of my childhood.
Yeah,
honestly.
He's been in a bunch of great stuff. Other than Jurassic Park, he's never been the big, well-known guy, but he's always played really good characters.
Solid characters,
yeah.
Man, solid. We got, he was in the Peaky Blinders show a little bit. He was in some of the Jurassic Park movie, three of them.
Yeah.
He was in some great horror movies, which was Event Horizon. He was in that, Event Horizon is one of my favorite horror films. Another really great horror film that I enjoyed him in was Daybreakers. Do you remember Daybreakers?
I do. Daybreakers was fantastic and grossly underrated.
Underrated by far.
I wouldn't go as far as to say horror. It's more of a
dystopian future?
Yeah, it's more of a dystopian kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really action either. I mean, it's got a little bit, but no,
not
that was
much.
there was definitely more drama to that one.
He did play a great villain in that film.
He did.
A CEO dirtbag.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen it by now. The movie came out in 2009.
You should watch it.
Yes, you should. He had family members killed in that film.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Doing tests on him and stuff.
Yeah, it's just sad. And he played a really good just evildoer in general. And Event Horizon, which is one of my favorite. If you're looking for an eldritch horror space film and you want to kind of look back at some of Sam Neill's bodies of work, if you haven't seen Event Horizon, especially now in this day and age, 2026, I'm sure there hasn't been a whole lot of youngsters that have seen Event Horizon. It's phenomenal. Just phenomenal. It's about a group of explorers who are out in the wilds of space and run into a spaceship that they thought disappeared.
Yeah.
And turns out that the spaceship is a portal to hell in a sense.
Yeah.
And all this crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, it's definitely it's too bad that it didn't do good in the theaters, but now
it's a cult classic.
Yeah, now it's a cult classic.
By far. A couple other movies he was in, to give you an idea, he was also in Bicentennial Man. Some main ones that I know of was Dead Claim, which was really good. Old school, or the original, in my opinion, Snow White, 1997. Snow White, a tale of terror. If you haven't seen that, it's actually a good watch to give a shot to. Escape Plan was really good too, and Death in Burnswick, which is a 1990 film. He's done a great job in film, movie, TV. He also made music, from what I understand. But yeah, so we lost an icon here recently, which is terrible. But let's give a moment of silence for Sam Neill. All right, and we're back at it.
Yeah, and we're back. All right.
Doors are closing, unfortunately for him. Every time you watch Jurassic Park, when you see those doors seal for the first time, and everyone's getting inside the island of the first Jurassic Park movie, tip your hat for Sam Neill. Remember that he was well deserving of every accolade he got. I never heard anything terribly crazy about the guy in the news. Overall, I heard he was a decent guy. So yeah, sad. I wish for his family that they're okay and that it wasn't something crazy and unexpected. Yeah, so getting the sadness out of the way. But it's something I definitely wanted to talk about. I mean, he was a big deal to me. He did do a lot of great bodies of work, and I saw him in a lot of films growing up. So moving on to TTRPGs. Aside from what's coming out that's new, is I learned, because I guess I'm a sneaking idiot. Cyberpunk 2077 was an old school TTRPG way before
yes,
it was a video game.
Yes, Cyberpunk came out in 1988 as Cyberpunk 2013, and then it's had, I think...
It didn't age well. No, you know what I mean? Because 2013, right?
Oh, yeah.
I wish we were living in a dystopian cyberpunk future, but we're not.
Yeah, and now they've done like 2020, and now they've just gone to Cyberpunk Red. Yep.
And actually, if you're looking to play a TTRPG and you're kind of like starving for Netrunners, there is a Netrunners in Red.
Yes, they've released here just a little bit ago.
Yeah, like
an
2
expansion.
years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Netrunner's is in there too, so if you want to like get that cyberpunky feel,
if you like that anime and you want to get that feel, that's you can actually play that with your friends.
Yeah. The next Cyberpunk is slated to come out sometime next year, so look forward to that. Remember that it's a whole new story with all new characters. Everyone died at the end of Cyberpunk Netrunner. If you haven't seen it by now, it was a global classic. Everyone loved it. If you haven't seen it, I'm surprised. You must be living on a rock. Sorry, spoilers. Everyone but one person dies, which is Lucy. Great story. But yeah, so if you're still looking for that itch for Cyberpunk, it is there for you. You can look into that. But there is something new coming out. So Ravenloft, Unearth Arcana is coming out. Tell us about that, Al. You know more about that than me.
Well, Ravenloft is already out, and they're working on...
Right, that just released.
Yeah, it's been released now for about a month or so.
About a month, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's good. Of course, that they can't...
Some of the new characters they came out with are pretty cool.
They've got some interesting stuff. Some of them are a little underwhelming, but all in all, it's definitely worth a pickup. But it's not going to be, if you're looking for, just like all the rest of these re-releases, if you're looking for them to release all of the lore that Ravenloft has ever had, it's not all included. They just basically did the Strahd and they touched on the rest of the stuff. But I don't know. I mean, Ravenloft's never been my favorite, so I'm probably going to...
Is it because of the horror theme?
Yeah, I'm not really much of the horror theme kind of guy.
That's kind of right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, but if you do like horror, yeah, Ravenloft, I mean, it's good. It's
got vampires, warlocks, demons,
well, you can
ghouls, even like full mass zombies that like become giant rat king zombies. It's some crazy shit in there. Sorry.
And you can actually build your own Ravenloft world, where basically, I mean, because Strahd is just one Ravenloft world, and really the whole thing is built around you create some big bad, like Strahd, and then whatever his psychological problem is, that basically builds this evil world around him. So like if your big bad is a pirate, then it's going to be like there's going to be like a lot of ship related things and drowning, and
well, that's the best
like
part
that.
of D&D. It's whatever you make it, right?
Yeah, but in this, like, you can theme an entire campaign around one main villain.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you can even go as far with Ravenloft. You can go as far if you do that, go the pirate theme of it. You can go so far as to have like the undead pirate thing from like Pirates of the Caribbean, just like as a nod. Yeah. Where like they look like humans, but in the moonlight they're skeletal monsters. Yeah. Or some other kind of ghoul type, right?
Yeah.
Ravenloft allows you to do that, which is really cool. And they do give a lot of detail, which I did enjoy from the books you gave me and the books you showed me, that there's a lot of like additional characters that they added, that they like zombie characters, new ghouls, new race, werewolf stuff, all kinds of really great, horror themed. If you lean more that way, it definitely has it for you.
Now, for those who aren't necessarily leaning towards the horror, Unearthed Arcana is being worked on right now.
Yeah.
That one's more in line with the standard stuff. That one's looking pretty good so far. I've looked over some of the test material that they've put out, and I won't go into any specifics because it's probably going to change anyway, but basically that's going to be, more subclasses, more spells, and things like that nature. And it's going to move more towards like the magic power fantasy, whereas the Ravenloft hesitant, put your characters into a more defensive, survival kind of campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, so look out for that. When is that slated to release here? Pretty soon, isn't it? Let's see here. Last time I looked, I know it wasn't too far off.
I think it was only a couple of months out for Unearthed Arcana. I mean, they're still testing it, so I mean, it might. I don't know.
Maybe then in 2026, 27?
Oh, yeah. It'll definitely be out before the end of 2026. I'd say, I mean, November at the latest is when they'll put it out. But
it's nice that they're actually pumping out books again.
Yeah.
There was a dry spell there for a minute. Yeah. So.
I do wish D&D Beyond came more with like the PDFs instead of just having to, use the site. But I will admit, I know a lot of the old school people don't like the digital part of it. But it is handy being able to have all of your stuff in one place rather than having to, if you want to look up when you're building a character and you want to look up all the different subclasses that you could possibly have, you don't have to go through 5 books. You can just pick a subclass, because it lists them all for you for whatever, books you own. And
there you go.
That does make it so much better. That is one benefit. Now, if they ever decide to shut it down, there's potential you could just lose it, which would be really sad for me because I would lose probably about $1,500 at this point worth of stuff. And I would be very sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and the VTT that they're doing, maps.
Yeah.
I really still think that's underrated. It's very simple. There's a couple of things it could use. It could use like just being able to put pictures up there of stuff because they don't have that like Roll20 has. But
yeah, Roll20 is popping off, man. Talking about Roll20, yeah.
Roll20 is still the king, but maps, I really think it's only got a couple more steps to go, and it's going to be great. Only for D&D, that's the catch. Whereas Roll20's got everything. So many different things.
It's whatever you could think of, and if you could come up with art, you can grid it out.
Cyberpunk Red, as a matter of fact, I've got the stuff on the stuff on my Roll20.
There you go.
I started that campaign. Did you go check out any of that stuff?
Did you send me something?
I did. I sent you a link to the.
Okay, well, I'll have to look at that later.
I see where the love is.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
I've got to work, Al. I've got to try to make money to support my family.
Oh, so much. I like paying bills. Oh, great. Moving on to the next kind of like tabletop news is Marvel just went ahead and released Marvel Magic. It just released a bunch of kind of like a couple of their top sheet cards for Star Trek. So some big news, some crazy news, in my opinion. One of the crazy things that they're dropping is they have signed cards for a bunch of the captains and characters, full art signed cards. Imagine the logistics it took for them to get these cards signed and put into packs. Like this would have to have been done like probably a year in advance, and it had to have been kept quiet and all this stuff like that. These cards had to be signed by the actors, and then the actors can't say anything about it, and nobody else can know about it. And then they released it just recently. If you pull one of these signed cards, they're not. You gotta understand, people, that these cards are not stamped signed cards. These are physically signed cards.
That is what they're
by
saying.
The actors. Yep. That's what they're saying.
And they have put them in with the rest, and then just got them in random packs. They're going to be in collector
awesome. Packs.
Oh yeah,
there's no way they're anywhere else. But imagine pulling like a James T. Kirk signed card of what's his name?
William Shatner.
William's old.
Is he going to sign it William Shatner, or is he signing it James Kirk though?
I think he signs it Kirk from what I saw. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's great. There's like a bunch of captains, all old, new captains are all signed.
Janeway was another one I saw.
Picard. I hope they do a Picard. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure that they're going to have that as well.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Well, they're not going to have a Nimoy because, RIP.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy.
That'll have to be Zachary Quinto.
Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of swap outs, what's how do you feel about Khan?
Khan!
Why do you hate Cumberbatch so much?
I don't hate Cumberbatch. I hate the children. My favorite MTG card of all time, I absolutely love her. I have a deck built around her. I have a pin of her on my wall, and it's humongous. It takes up a lot of real estate there. It's this gold one here. You see it?
I see it.
It's a Pinfinity Children of the Apocalypse. Children of the Apocalypse. On the bonus sheet is Benedict Cumberbatch's Khan. It could have been any Khan, but they chose the thing about it for me is that it's not just Benedict Cumberbatch. It's like a full photo of his mug on this card. And a lot of people are talking about it. The fact that Children of the Apocalypse gets reprinted in general is not great.
Yeah.
Because the value of that card is immense. I mean, it's one of the most expensive MTG cards out there.
I mean, it's good for those who want to build that and not have to pay just a ton of money. But for the collectors, yes, it hurts.
Yes. Luckily, I have the etched foil stained glass Children of the Apocalypse. So I doubt that'll drop in price because it's like $130, $140 card.
Yeah.
I did end up pulling it out of a $16 pack back when they were $16 years ago. But the thought of it dropping in price breaks my heart if it does. Especially if it's a bonus sheet card and it's printed to obscurity.
Yeah.
And then, I'm going to have to get a hold of one and swap it out for Cumberbatch and keep mine like minty in a case somewhere and have a Con. And every time I play it, I have to scream, Con! But yeah, so Benedict Cumberbatch, it shows him wearing the spacesuit when they do the spacewalk in the movie. Well, it's not a spacewalk; it's like a space rocket to the other ship, the other ship, the all black ship.
Yeah, the giant battle cruiser.
Yes, that one, the military one that's not supposed to exist because at that point they're all pacifists in a sense.
Yeah,
and it also shows him like beating the snot out of what's his name? The actor who plays Spock in that film.
Oh yeah, Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto. It's an image of him like manhandling Zachary Quinto's back of his head, and it just shows his face. I have nothing wrong. I love Cumberbatch. Don't get me wrong. He was Smaug in the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit series, which is dope, which is really funny because moving on, I guess, is the Hobbit series is coming out for MTG and it's incredibly expensive, of course, because it's Lord of the Rings. Collector box is going to run you $800 all day now, which is nuts.
So are they going to replace Smaug's face with Cumberbatch? That would be so fantastic.
So that's what I'm getting at. Somebody made a proxy of this card already.
How did they?
They made a Smaug proxy, but it's Cumberbatch with his face like this, like all angry, wearing the mocap suit.
Nice.
It's hilarious. They already done it. It hasn't even come out yet. They've already done it, which is hilarious. So, no, I don't have hate for Cumberbatch. I have hate the fact that they're reprinting Children and they gave it to Khan.
so Doctor Strange is messing with your Magic game.
Yes. Again. It's the third time now. Marvel superheroes, now Star Trek, and then freaking The Hobbit. So
Cumberbatch is everywhere in nerddom.
Yeah, he is. He really is. He is in a lot. He's a lot of major roles, for sure. Smaug was an amazing character in the Hobbit series. Smaug was a really great character in the Hobbit, but they really did him dirty. And in general in the books, too. Because even in the movie and the film, he only destroys one town and then he gets killed by an arrow like within 20 minutes of him exiting.
Yeah.
Maybe let's give him like 2 hours of life. Outside of once he wakes up and ends up flying around and starting to burn stuff, he dies like almost automatically. They built up the character so much and they made him so impactful, especially while he was running around and chasing dwarves and Bilbo in the Hobbit story and whatnot. But as soon as he exits the building or the mountain, the Lonely Mountain, as soon as he exits the Lonely Mountain, he gets killed. Which I thought there was going to be way more going on because you got to understand when that film came out, and even in the book when I read it, the book's really short, of course. Yeah. But in the film, it's the portion where he dies. It's on the Five Armies. It's like at the very beginning of the Five Armies, right? Or it's the Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so as soon as he exits, he's like, "Oh, I get like an hour of flying around, and then I'm boom dead."
Yeah,
it's like, ugh. I wanted to see more desolation.
The squeaky dragon gets the arrow. I guess.
Yeah, seriously. They should have, given him more. Is all I'm saying. He deserved better.
a little montage of death and destruction that he did across the land.
Yeah. They hype him up so much. My wings are like hurricanes, and my claws are like spears, and all. He's like jazzing himself up so hard. But he's a dragon. That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a dragging across your face joke there, but but he's a dragon. He builds himself up. Even Bilbo tries to hype him up, so he doesn't get eaten. He's like Smaug the Tyrannus and all this stuff, the tyrannical, and it's like it was disappointing.
Yeah.
But Cumberbatch as the voice actor for that, perfect.
Yeah,
it was perfection. Honestly, I enjoyed it thoroughly. So Star Trek's coming out pretty soon. What's really funny is there's like a set before that and nobody really cares about it, which is the MTG in-universe. What is that called? Reality Fracture. So it's The Hobbit, August. So The Hobbit releases August 14th this year. And then Reality Fracture, October 2nd. And then November gets Star Trek. So Hobbit's coming out here pretty soon. That's like a big deal. And it's already spiking in price like crazy. You're not going to find a decent deal of it. I might be able to find one at a card shop and get like a box for cheap. I don't know. I'm going to try my best. Then Reality Fracture comes out. No one's really talking about it at all. And everyone's talking about Star Trek.
Yeah.
So one thing that needs to happen with Star Trek. Did you watch Star Trek at all?
I've watched all the Star Treks.
So do you remember the Trebles?
Yes. The Tribbles?
The Tribbles, yeah.
The Trouble with Tribbles?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Trouble with Tribble.
From the original or from the Next Generation?
The original. So I only really watched the original, to be honest with you. I watched Next Generation too, but the original I've watched multiple times.
Yeah.
So if they do not make Scoot Swarm Tribbles...
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic.
If they don't make a Scoot Swarm Tribbles card, I'm going to make one.
There's definitely got to be a Tribbles generator of some type. A 0-1 token creator or something like that.
It's Scoot Swarm, man. It's got to be Scoot Swarm or something like Scoot Swarm.
Yeah.
Scoot Swarm, the way it works is if you have 6 or more lands, you make a copy of Scoot Swarm. And then the next land you fall makes a copy of each copy of Scoot Swarm. You're going to get... In my Scoot Swarm landfall deck that I built, well, I've taken apart at this point, but I had it for like a long time. It was a landfall deck that was really dear to me that I really enjoyed, but it like had too many triggers, so I felt like I was taking too long to play the game. Like every turn I took was 10 minutes.
Oh.
It was like landfall, trigger, landfall, trigger, because I was landfalling like 3 to 5 times.
Oh,
a turn.
Jesus. Yeah.
Right? So it was overwhelming. I enjoyed it. Everyone else was like, is it done yet? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I took the deck apart. Because it's not fun for other people to watch me take a 10-minute turn. Anyways, my scoots, I had like at one point like 1,400 scoots in one turn.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then every subsequent turn. Yeah. How are you going to deal with, 1,000,000 2/2s?
Yeah.
Because it can get that bad. Especially in like if I landfall 5 times and I already got like 300 to 400 scoots.
Yeah.
I mean, that's doubles. That's the power of 5.
Yeah.
Talking about 1 million, Anyways, so yeah, it gets crazy. If they do not make that card, I'm going to proxy and make a card that's Scoot Swarm, but it's going to be the Treble's Trouble. That's what I'm going to call it. So that's something to look forward to. There's a lot of really cool cards that they already have like the list out on. And there's already like the bonus sheet. A lot of the bonus sheets been shown. So if you're looking forward to that, there's a lot of Star Trek news out there. There have already been like first looks also on a lot of the Hobbit cards. But because of the power of the Hobbit, because of the power of the Lord of the Rings and how powerful some of those cards were, like one of the staple cards in all of Commander, the number one card, in my opinion, is the One Ring. The One Ring is one of the most powerful cards, period, in the Commander format. Tap, deal a little bit of damage, and then draw a card, and then draw 2, 6. As long as you're gaining life and you have that card out, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then also, the crazy thing about it is when it enters, it gives you protection. Yeah. Period. You have protection from everything. Right? You as a player, that means your life total can't change.
Yeah.
So if you manage to flicker that card in and out, which people do, use a Conjuring Closet or something else to flicker the card in and out, protection, period.
Yep.
End of story. ETB trigger for days. So you're never losing the game. It's one of the most powerful cards, in my opinion, out there. Magic is getting more and more powerful. I know we talk a lot about Magic here, but that's the main format I play. Pokemon's got like some stuff coming out too. I'm not too big into it. I'm trying to start getting into it, so we might be seeing more Pokemon news in the later coming times. I might be moving that direction a little bit. So look forward to that. Let's move on to the next segment. You ready?
Yeah.
So we want to talk about a game that we thought was just the coolest thing ever. It's entertaining for hours, interesting, fun, cute, exciting. It is. What is it, Al?
It is cat chess.
It's cat chess.
Where it is basically battle chess, but instead of knights or whatever, it's just a bunch of cats with
instead of regular pawns.
And they walk up and smack each other in the face and bat them, and well, they just act like cats.
We got to see a little bit of gameplay of cat chess, which is hilarious. You have all the regular pieces on the board. Your knight looks like a cat with a cat toy stuck to its back. Your bishop looks like a cat in a box, which is hilarious. Your king looks like just like a really fat cat sitting on the top of a pedestal, and your queen is a skinnier, cuter cat sitting on a pillow. Yeah. And then you got your regular cat pawns. They just look, just like cats. And what's really funny is when you do combat, when you do interact with each other, they like smack each other.
Yeah. No claws come out. They just smack each
batting
other.
each other.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious and cute. It released July 14th of this year. And it is only on Steam right now for $5.94.
Yep.
So for those who like chess, for those who like cats, for those who want to combine cats and chess together, we got cat chess for you.
I can't wait for the Princess Donut add-on.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, there needs to be a Princess Donut add-on where...
Totally does.
Yeah, where it's all, like, princess themed.
Somebody call Matt Denneman.
Yeah, you gotta tell him. You have angry cats and cute white cats, and then you have, like, alien cats and green cats, and you can pick all kinds of different wacky colors.
Yeah.
I wonder how you gauge white and black when it comes to, like, changing the color. I can understand changing the race, like an alien race of cats. I know that from what I saw, the gameplay, you can also change, like, the color of the cat. So maybe white is still green, is still white. And then, like, black is still different colors.
It's probably just, you just get to pick. And then
because there's, like, orange cats, orange tabbies, which are, like, chaos engines.
Yeah.
We'll put a link in the description below. We are not affiliated with the people who made Cat Chess, but hey.
Which who are they? It's what? Caprica Labs?
Yeah.
And then Caprica Productions.
Caprica Labs, Caprica Productions.
So they self-published even.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So I enjoy chess, and when Al talked to me about this game, my daughter also, she really enjoys chess, and when we saw this, it was like...
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
pick up
we're gonna download Cat Chess, and we're gonna play a game.
Yep.
And we'll post it.
Yep.
And you get to see how bad I am at chess. I'm decent.
I'm years out of practice.
Oh, yeah. So... I mean, I was way better when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I can play chess. I understand the way it works. I play chess in that Up game. What is that game? The Climber game that we play with the big-headed dudes.
Oh, yeah.
What is that game called?
Peak.
Yeah, so in the lobby of Peak, there is a chessboard. I played a couple friends' chess there.
Oh, okay.
I've lost in one. So that's fun. It's a little more difficult to play, but there's like a big, like, the chessboard that you would see at like on a beach.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Yeah, Cat Chess, guys. Cat Chess. And it's on sale, 15% off. It just released not too long ago, and it's $5.94. We'll put a link in the description. Like, again, I said, we're not affiliated with the publisher, which is also the developer of the game. Yeah. But we want to talk about it.
It's totally my game of the week, just because it's just ridiculously cute and funny.
Yeah. Watching cats bat each other in the face while you're playing chess sounds like a good time. What I want to see is like a grandmaster whooping dudes at butts in cat chess.
Exactly. I want to see this at the
the next chess, major chess game. So that's there for your gaming news. For movies and television, so I don't have much in the form of TV. I haven't really watched a whole lot. I've just been watching a lot of anime. Anime news, we'll kind of drop more of that later on. I haven't really watched anything new. I've been watching Furin. But for movies, Al has just seen Hail Mary. Now, it's been out for a little bit.
Yep.
He did read the book, audiobook, but it's the same thing. And wanted him to watch the movie, so he did get a chance to watch it. It came out February 9, 2026. Project Hail Mary is a book that's been out for quite a bit of time, but the movie was just developed not too long ago. It has Ryan Gosling in it as the main character, and Rocky. The voice actors for these characters are... It has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it is definitely certified fresh, as they say.
Rocky has become unusually popular. Have you seen all the people who are getting Rocky tattoos?
No!
Yes! What? People are getting tattoos of Rocky.
That is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta love that.
Everyone is in love with the 5-armed Rock.
4-armed Rock. Is it?
He's got 5 arms.
He's got 5 arms.
Yep.
Okay. So Ryan Gosling.
Amaze.
Exactly. Ryan Gosling. I actually quote that movie all the time. I love the movie. I'm a huge fan of it. I also do like Fist My Bump.
Yeah, Fist My Bump.
Or I also do Amaze, or I also go, It's Beautiful. Yeah. So Ryan Gosling plays Raylan Grace in the film. He's like the main character, along with Rocky, played by James Ortiz. Another couple notable actresses and actors are Melanie Vaina Trub? She's the girl who was in the
AT&T commercial.
AT&T commercials.
Yep, and she was supposed to play Squirrel Girl before they canceled it.
Yeah.
Then it was going to be somebody else, and then they canceled that. But she
perfect
looks
Squirrel Girl.
Perfect for Squirrel Girl.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
Sandra Hüller plays Evan Stratt, which is she's like the mastermind.
Yeah.
Kind of like the chief engineer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or chief project lead for the story.
Yeah. The one who has to get things done, even if they're not so nice.
Lionel Boyce plays Carl, which is like the CIA liaison for Grace in the movies. You got Ken Lang,
who dies quick.
in a tragic explosion. No spoilers. You also got a lot of great leading actresses and actors. Overall, the film, what did you think of the film? Compared to the books. So let's start with the books. So what did you think of the books?
The book, especially the audiobook, I thought the audiobook was great. I can't remember the guy's name who voices it, but not quite as good as the guy who does Dungeon Crawler Carl, but pretty close. Yeah. That audiobook is very well voiced.
You have to send it to me.
Yeah, he is crazy good.
Some similarities compared to the movie then.
For the most part, they remain pretty true to the book. I mean, of course, they leave some things out. They do make some cinematic choices that I didn't necessarily agree with, like how they blew up the building and stuff like that. But at the same time, they talked to the author of the book and went over the script with him, and he agreed with all the stuff. So I guess, what do I know? He's the author. So it's like...
Yeah, so you mentioned that in the books, they are about 5 miles away from this explosion and still get knocked down, right?
Yeah, because it's just the concussive blast. I mean, it's not like fire or anything, but yeah, just the concussive blast still hits them. And But in the movie, they were like really close to the building, and you see the building explode.
Maybe like a mile, less than a mile?
Yeah, less than a mile. And you see the building explode in the background, and they get knocked down, and they actually can run there. But in the book, Strat had to call and have a truck come and pick her up and take her over there because they couldn't even see it. They felt it, and they knew it came from that general direction.
Yeah.
And then she was making phone calls, and and then it took a little bit longer to find out. But yeah, but there was It was way more destructive of an explosion. There was just a crater. There was nothing. Everything was just incinerated, whereas the building was just on fire.
Well, it did explode. I mean, it still went up 50 feet in the air. It was a huge explosion.
But there was also,
he did
some, in the movie, he did some recordings that he didn't do in the book. But they used that in a way to fill in some of the gaps of information that you got in the book through different, through just like
his mind.
Yeah, through his mind. And so that was how they replaced that. And that was really the best way to do that.
Yeah, I think having the video diaries was a good way to peer into his mind.
Yeah.
Without diatribing it to us. Right. So,
and then adding in the little joke that Rocky could hear him, no matter where he was. That was great.
Yeah. He's like, can you hear me now? He's like, yeah, you just said, can I hear you now? He's like, look how far away this guy is.
But yeah, so that if you have not seen Hail Mary, it is absolutely worth a watch.
Phenomenal film.
Yeah. The book is great. If you're into audiobooks, the author does a great job of giving characters different voices. I definitely recommend either one, whichever one is your preference.
Both.
Amazon, I mean, for a movie choice, knock that one out of the box. I mean, they did such a phenomenal job turning.
So I took my kids and my wife out on like a day date. We went card shopping, video gaming, went to an arcade, did all this stuff, and then I was like, "Oh, let's go see a movie." And mind you, it was already late. It was like 9:00 at night, but they were like still up, so we wanted to keep going. We went to see that movie like at 10:50, 11 o'clock at night. That movie is 2.5 hours long. We exited that film like at 1, 2 in the morning, and my kids were wide awake. They sat through the entire thing. That's how engaging this film is. It's well written.
It's Rocky.
It's a great story. Yeah. It's engaging. It has every bit of emotion that you would want from the books as well. It's cinematic. It's interesting. When he interacts with the alien for the first time, which is Rocky in his race, it's not like it's more endearing than it is like some first encounter thing. They kind of gloss over that, when Grace is out there on his own. So any kind of contact he can make, I understand it because the two people who ended up going up with him tragically passed away. Yeah. Here's a little spoiler, but it happens right at the beginning of the film, and he's kind of left on his own. And when Rocky and him kind of end up in the same place and realize that they're both on the same path and they're both in like the same situation.
Yeah.
Where
they're both trying to save their home planet.
Right. But also Rocky's his crew passes away too. So they're kind of
for a completely different scientific reason.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Makes complete sense.
And I watched an interview, and the guy who wrote the book based so much of it on real science.
Yes.
For Rocky's
it is completely believable.
For Rocky's race of people,
yeah,
he has a 16-page document that covers their circulatory system, the planet they come from, which is based on a real planet in a real theorized planet in a real location,
solar part of the solar system.
Yeah, how it would have survived, why it would have to have such a thick atmosphere, why the gravity would be so big, how their circulatory system works, why their body runs so hot. He goes through all of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's what makes it so great, because Rocky is such a different type of alien
from any alien that we've seen before.
Yeah. They grace the human, and Rocky cannot survive in the same atmosphere.
No, they cannot.
They have to, stay completely separated, and yet they still manage to make it work.
Yeah.
And the amount of science that he put into just research before he wrote the book was just crazy. And so if you're a science nerd, I mean, there'll be some things that you'll find, that won't fit, but there'll be some things you'll be
the fuel
amazed.
Efficiency is wild.
Yeah.
And the one thing that really boggles the mind is that why couldn't they breed astrophage in space?
Why did they have to breed astrophage? Why didn't they just fly to Venus, pick some up, and come back?
Why didn't Grace pick up astrophage when he was following the Vetrova line?
Exactly. It was like, Well,
explain why he didn't have the fuel efficiency.
There's a couple of holes that you will be able to find, but not a lot.
Yeah, okay. That was something that just didn't make sense to me. But it's like, oh, will we die in space because we can't make fuel? I'm like, but you literally can.
Yeah. Say what you're chasing is fuels. Just pick up some of that.
Pick up some of the fuel. Pick up some of the fuel, breed more fuel. Why couldn't there be breeding chambers in the fuel system?
Oh,
make that make sense. Anyways, okay, that's that's
our tangent.
That's my tangent about it. Okay, there's no reason Gray should have died in space. Period. He doesn't die in space. Spoiler. No, he does. No, he doesn't. Who knows? We didn't watch the movies, read the books. It is so good. It drives you to tears. It's so enduring and beautiful. Overall, the story is about like just camaraderie and how even though we're different, we're the same. They really learned that they're not different at all. I mean,
yeah. Well, and Grace's character actually goes through a really good arc. They do a good job of hiding that arc. Until close to the end, I was like, I did not see that coming, and that's rare. I mean, it's too bad Rocky eats him at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad he face hugs him at the end. That doesn't happen.
So which one are spoilers and which ones are true? Not?
Yeah. Fact or cap. You have to read the books and watch the movie. Read the book and watch the movie to find out which is true. But fantastic overall. Another book and movie or show. I guess we already do have a show here. Murderbot. So, Al, you watched Murderbot.
I watched the first season of Murderbot, and I was super excited for the second season, which is probably going to come out next year, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
I signed up for Apple and I kept Apple just to finish watching Murderbot, because I thought it was that great. And I just learned it's based on a book.
And the book is pretty much done.
Yeah, Murderbot Diaries, so I may not have to wait for the series, although I probably will, just because I think he does such a great job. Just his
Skarsgård,
his facial expressions when he's talking about
Alexander Skarsgård is a perfect Murderbot. Phenomenal! If you guys haven't seen Murderbot, it is an Apple TV special. It is the full first season has already been released. If you like really strange, kind of autistic, kind of murder.
Don't call him Murderbot. That's what he calls himself. What?
A robot that gains some semblance of sentience, weirdness, and also has like really bad like social skills. Interesting, compelling, funny. A lot of fun to watch. If you want something new sci-fi that you want to watch, Murderbot is it. If you watch the show and you fall in love with it, there are books and they do exist, and there are a lot of them out there.
So even if they don't finish the series, you can still find out what happens. It's called the Murderbot Diaries.
Murderbot Diaries. Yep, it is. It does have a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, so it is certified fresh. It is in general just a great show. I consumed that show when it came out. I did too.
Yeah, it was.
And then I was like, I wanted more Murderbot, and then I was like, oh, it's a book. So yeah, it's out there. You can definitely watch it. So Murderbot, if you get a chance. Al, if you read on a Murderbot, we're gonna have to talk about it.
Yep,
definitely. Here's a little bit of shameless plugging coming towards the end of our segment. I am a big Magic fan. Obviously, I talk about Magic all the time.
Yes.
I have moved into selling MTG on a website that I've thoroughly enjoyed. Hopefully later on there'll be some affiliate links, but as of right now there aren't. But I will give you a link to my shop. I do actively sell on Manapool. So manapool.com is, in my opinion, one of the definitive places to buy Magic. I will leave a link to my shop, which is Retroverse Relics. I do actively sell on there. If there's a card on there that you really want and you want to discuss prices, maybe we can do that. But yeah, we will leave a link in the bottom for that. If you guys are interested in buying Magic or playing Magic, I regularly update it with cards that I get a hold of. I'm constantly buying and adding to that shop. It is all 100% authentic, at least coming from me. I know for a fact, and it is Maniple has a very strict system where if it's not authentic, then they flag those pretty quickly. So if you ever find a card that isn't, Maniple will set it straight, which is really cool. Overall, it's ran by a small team, but it is a very solid website to buy MTG. Coming from me straight up, I sell hundreds, if not thousands of cards on there. Hundreds of packages have already been sent out, and hundreds more are always sent every day. I'm getting more and more sales. Maniple for your MTG needs, Magic the Gathering needs. We'll leave a link in the description on that. Aside from that, have there been any Magic cards that you're looking forward to? Give us some info on the bottom. Leave a comment. If you like this video, give us a like. It helps out the channel a lot.
And subscribe. Yeah, definitely subscribe.
You can hear these two old farts talk more about just random stuff we like.
And comment. Throw a comment. I don't care if you just insult me. As a matter of fact, please do that. I want at least 5 insults by the
next episode.
The next episode.
That'd be great. Yeah, 5 insults. Tell us about any movies, books, television you're watching, anything in the nerd sphere that you think needs to be showcased. Let us know. We'll talk about it. If you have something interesting in tech news that you want reviewed or looked at or even talked about, we can do that for you. Give us any kind of new ideas, any kind of, if there's something specific in your sphere that you're kind of interested in that's non-political, because we stay away from that, but video game news and whatnot, definitely, leave us a shout out. Let us know what's going on. Comments are always thoroughly read and enjoyed. If you want to just oh man, that squid has the grossest voice ever, do that. I love it. But yeah, so this has been Squid.
And this is Al.
And I appreciate you guys spending your time with us tonight. Or today, depending on what time you're listening to it. We are recording this very late tonight.
Yeah.
But so I appreciate you guys. This has been Gamers Waystation. Remember,
good luck.
Good luck.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Don't die.
Don't die.
Boo ba doo.
Can't wait till we get copyright infringed on that.